bumped his head. Big man.
Pleasure.
Is this your church, Father?
这是你的教堂吗？ Yeah.
Thank you, Father.
谢谢。
Thank you. From this village?
全都是村子里头的人。
This is very different than the last time I visited China. I asked the last time I was here whether there's any possibility to make a point whether as a practicing Catholic I could go to Mass anywhere. And they looked at me like I was crazy. Why? I mean, that there was no possibility of that in 1979. Obviously, I would be able to, since it's a universal church, I would be able to go to Mass here, satisfy my obligation, take communion, and even have Father hear confession, and that is a fundamentally different situation than it was when I was here last.
One of the openings to the Great Wall. The Great Wall has sort of many openings where you could have chariots and things go in and out.
Only time, yeah. Boy or girl?
小男孩。男孩。boy.
Children were going to be, I would have had them first. Tell her this is what politicians in America do. Zhang and Zhang, that they both are at the point where they had to publicly acknowledge to us that they know that their human rights are not the same as those of the rest of the world, the rest of the industrialized world. And they know they have to make changes. And so, but they both were saying to us, you know, give us some time. Well, we're not inclined to give time in terms of some of the more outrageous, what Americans would believe and Europeans would believe the more outrageous actions that take place. And realizing that, getting up, it was a typical motel hotel. Look at how it snakes, Peter. I don't believe that the Palestinian Authority has done nearly what they could do to impact upon the violence in Israel. No one is expecting 100% results, but we are expecting 100% effort. And I think the unwillingness of Arafat to clamp down on Hamas and the jihad, I think he has much more capability than he has now. Unfortunately, and understandably, it generates a response that sometimes, from our perspective, is overdone. But it's awfully hard to sit here and judge the Israeli reaction and be critical of it in light of what happened in the middle of, you know, downtown one of their major cities. I mean, can you imagine that happened in America? And you knew there was an individual who could impact on the possibility of that occurring. So I'm not judgmental of the Israelis in terms of their response. Yeah, you know, the garrison slept, ate their meals, you know.